Hey, Shalom YouTube. This is Brother Richard at Ozarks Altruistic, and I'm coming to you today with week 4 of our Scriptural Ethical Behavior. And today's subject is going to be judging righteously. Judging righteously is an excellent ability to have, that you can judge a situation righteously. And the only way by which you can do that is to understand the Scriptures, because there is no other righteous bit of information or a way to judge things other than by scriptural behavior and scriptural understanding, or what we call wisdom. Okay, so get you some wisdom, no matter what you have to do. So the next thing is concept. Let's deal with the concept. The concept is going to be there's always, there's usually two sides to a story. You may well be right about what you assume about an individual, but what I would do instead of assuming anything about anyone is I might would do a little bit of research, or I might would just walk up to them and ask. For crying out loud, if you hear something a little bit funky about someone and you think that you know them, maybe you do know them. Maybe the other person has got a bit of a problem, maybe a personality flaw, a character flaw, that maybe running other people down would be something that they would do, or maybe not, man. Maybe they're just looking out for your own welfare. But it's always best that you go and do the research or pay attention to detail and find these things out for yourself, okay? So, subject, judging righteously. The concept is there's usually always two sides to the story, okay? And then the action. So what are we going to do about this, okay? So what we want to do is we want to take, in the situation where we hear something negative about someone, it could come out of someone's mouth. It could just come right into your ear. You're driving down the road, you see this individual, maybe they're not dressed the best, or maybe they're dressed great, and you think, or you see a couple of people arguing or something like that, and you think, yeah, maybe this, that. Okay, so the deal of it all is you need to take and acknowledge, just admit to yourself right then and there, you really don't know what's going on, and there may well be another explanation for said behavior, okay, or assumed behavior. All right, so you don't go around judging people in a negative manner. Try to judge righteously. In other words, think positive. Take and look upon these individuals, or this individual, and think to yourself, think the best. That's another way of saying it. You're not always going to get the the best situation, and you're not always going to have the best outcome, because that's just not life, right? But yet you can be positive and maybe be a positive influence to other people, and that way that you don't automatically judge someone in a situation and basically condemn them, okay? You don't condemn someone before you know the facts to the best of your ability, all right? So that's what I would do. This is, I don't know if it's going to be short, but like I said, this is week 4. So the subject matter is judging righteously. All right, the concept is there's usually always two sides to the story. And the action is going to be, understand that there's a, actually look into it and assume that there's another explanation for the situation, okay? Look at it and say, hey, you know what? I would usually think this, but I'm going to consider maybe it's not that, maybe it looks bad, maybe it looks really bad, but maybe it's not that. So think the best of the situation, maybe do your investigation, talk to an individual, talk to a couple of people, do some research, okay? And then make a righteous judgment, okay? Because you know what? We want to be judged righteously ourselves. And we do not want people to go around just thinking negatively of us just based on what other people say, or maybe even what you necessarily did that day. Because what if things are just a wreck in your life? You don't want people to judge you based on the day that you lost a family member, or maybe you were sick, or who knows what happened. Maybe your dog died, for crying out loud. And we do love our dogs, right? Okay, so go out, judge righteously, okay? Consider there's always a couple of sides to a story, and you know what? Look at things in a positive light first. Fight it, man. Fight against the negative right now, because it is fighting for your attention. Okay, well, you know I love you, and thank you for coming by. And I think these videos are getting a little bit shorter, but it's not about talking; it's about action, right? So judge righteously. All right, shalom.